Encyclopedia Dramatica is currently being sued by the notorious copyright troll Jonathan Montserrat, and he is claiming that ED should pay him $150,000 for each of the 5 instances in which he claims his intellectual property is being misused. Let me tell you a little bit about Montserrat. He's very well known for filing frivolous lawsuits in an attempt to ruin people's lives just so that he can line his own pockets. He is already a millionaire and he uses his power and wealth to pick on weaker people who just don't have the funds to fight against him. He especially enjoys doing this to people that bring attention to his shady as fuck past. Honestly, just Google his name and you'll find a long list of absolute bullshit lawsuits and some really sketchy things. In 2003, Montserrat decided to make a dating website for the students at Harvard Law so that they could find that special someone, which is gay. But instead of being paired up with men, all the women who signed up to the website were just magically paired up with him. As the administrator of the website, he used that to collect all of their information and harass them with emails asking them for dates. The cops ended up getting involved and the site got shut down. In 2010, when Montserrat was 41 years old, he had a house party which was absolutely filled to the brim with underage teenage girls, and he gave them all alcohol. That's absolutely perfectly normal behaviour for a 41-year-old to surround himself with underage, drunk, teenage girls. When the police arrived at his apartment, they found around 30 underage drunk teenagers. One of the girls was in the kitchen and she was so distressed and intoxicated that she actually had to be taken to the hospital. When the police told Montserrat to break up the party, he became argumentative with the police, so they arrested him. And he really has a problem with people being aware of that particular event, because in 2013 he actually tried to sue 102 LiveJournal users just because they spoke about it, and he also blamed them for making him fat. I'm not joking, actually read the court documents. He's actually trying to blame LiveJournal users for him being a fat fuck. While the case was ongoing, Montserrat actually contacted these LiveJournal users and threatened to release their private information to the public if they didn't remove the posts that they wrote about him, despite the fact that the stuff they wrote was fucking true. Sorry Montserrat, but if you want to have a drunken party with a bunch of underage girls, then that's the type of thing that might leave a little bit of a smear on your character, and people might talk about it, especially when that is in fact what happened. Fuck stain. That was all just to sort of give you a bit of a measure of the type of guy we're dealing with. Now, what Montserrat is doing is actually suing Encyclopedia Dramatica over their page about him. The page brought attention to the shitty things that he has in fact done in his past, and in an attempt for him to hide his shady as fuck past and also make a little bit of money on the side, he's actually suing Encyclopedia Dramatica. He is suing them for the use of 4 random forum posts and a picture of a man in a beaver costume. And Jonathan Montserrat apparently feels that this is worth $750,000. Get fucked, mate. Encyclopedia Dramatica is the compendium of all of internet history. And not fucking normie history, but our history. Encyclopedia Dramatica is our library of Alexandria, containing all the greatest events and histories and scriptures of the internet since the internet started getting good. And this fucker is coming to burn it down. ED are hoping that the case is going to be dropped, but just in case that doesn't happen, we have to be prepared. So down below I've included their donation link to help them crowdfund a lawyer so that they can fight this absolute bullshit lawsuit. Help them out in any way you can, either by donating, sharing the link, or just spreading awareness about what this fucker's trying to do. We aren't going to let you burn Alexandria, Montserrat. Deus vult, cunt.